All right, you're just in time for an eBay unboxing. And I'm not trying to sound like a Karen, but if you're shipping like fragile things or things that could get crushed, because you see, anything that goes in first class in an envelope, oh, great. There goes the dogs again, ruining another YouTube video. Hold on a minute. Shut up, you little fuckers. Okay. Oh my God, I thought I could get through 8 seconds of a video without cursing. Guess not. All right. I'm waiting for them to settle down. It's not going to happen. I'm going to have to muzzle them. I'll be right back. I bribed them with cookies. Let's see how long that lasts for. Okay, so I was saying, if you're going to, ship something fragile, you got to realize that these envelopes, these first-class envelopes, going machines. And these machines smash everything down. And if you have something that can chip, crack, or break, or there we go again. Oh my God. And everyone says, why don't you pause your video? Well, I'll be pausing the video all day long. Hold on a second. You're a bad boy. You have to wear your punishment hat now. Tell everybody what a bad boy you are. Go ahead, tell them. I'm not a bad boy. I just like to bark at the mailman. Look at the camera when I speak to you. I'm not a bad boy. Yes, you are. You're a bad boy. All right. So this is the thing that makes me worry because, oh my God. Do I have to get the punishment hat out again? He hates wearing that, by the way. Basically, this is the type of thing that you get for so cheap, you know what I mean? And if it breaks, you can't replace it because you're going to have to pay full retail value. Don't want that to happen. And we can only hope and pray. I hear something jiggling around in there. And please, sellers, put things in a box. I understand you're being nice. You're trying to save us money with shipping. I'll gladly pay like $3 or $4 or $5 extra to get my item in a box, if you know what I mean. All right. So this, oof. Yeah, this was just like loosely thrown in there. Oh boy. These things crack very easily. I'll show you why in a second. All right, let's get it out. Let's pray it is not broken. It really wasn't packed very well. You all must think I'm nuts. All right, look at this. Hold on. Okay. Oh, stuck to the hooker glove. Get off the hooker glove. All right, I'll actually show it to you. So what we got here is a Luca Raza Zodiac necklace. And what's really amazing about these is these were all handcrafted. So this is actually made out of some kind of resin. And look at the size of this lion pendant. This is absolutely amazing. I love the chain. The chain is really, really awesome. Look at that. This is in primo condition. Like brand spanking new, never worn condition. Now, these were made in the 70s, the late 60s and early 70s. So from like about 1968 to 1975 from the extensive research I've done. This is part of the Zodiac series. And this was made by an Italian-American jeweler who was a World War II veteran who got into the jewelry business, designing all sorts of jewelry for different jewelry companies. Now, he made a whole entire series of Zodiac creatures. Now, why did I pick the lion? Well, because my mother was a Leo, God rest her soul, and her favorite symbol was the lion. And in the 70s, she used to have this big giant, I'm not kidding you, well, not as big as this, but big giant lion pendant made out of 14 karat solid gold, almost like a rap artist. Picture like a rapper with a big golden lion around their neck with a big thick chain with ruby eyes. And she always wore it because she was proud to be a Leo. And I don't get along with Leos generally. I'm a Scorpio. And Scorpios are pretty difficult characters, as you can tell from my constant mood swings and bad temperament. But I remember in the 70s, people would I used to hear men say to women, "What's your sign?" It was like a pickup thing. And during the 70s, like Zodiac in the late 60s and mid 60s, Zodiac signs were really considered important. If, a dude came up to you in a bar. Well, I was probably about 5, but dudes would go up to women in bars and be like, "Hey, babe, what's your sign?" And everyone was like really proud of their zodiac sign. And I had no clue what the hell zodiac signs were when I was a kid. So there was a huge, huge, huge zodiac sign thing going on around that time. And one day I was like about, I don't know, like 4 years old. We were in a store and everything was zodiac signs. And they were selling keychains and it had like different pictures on each keychain and like of an animal or a symbol. And I said to my babysitter, "What is that?" And she's like, "Oh, those are zodiac sign keychains." And I'm like, "What's my zodiac?" And then she's like, "What month were you born in?" And, what month were you born in and what day? And I told her, and she's like, "Oh, no, you're a Scorpio?" And I don't know, a lot of people actually are afraid of scorpions and Scorpios. They think we're really bad people. And, well, we have a bad rap. Generally, we're really not that bad. We'll just get you back, though. If you know a Scorpio in your life, let me know in the comments below. Aren't we known for revenge? Are you a little nervous? Like if you fuck over a Scorpio in some shape or form or piss them off, that they're going to get you and they're going to get you good at a later time? Write it in the comments below. Also, in the comments below, I want to know what sign you are, so I know whether or not I hate you or not. No, only kidding. And I get along really well with Pisces and Cancers. For some reason, they wear their heart on their sleeve, and they're actually quite nice people. But Leos are bossy as fuck, and I love Leos because my mother was a Leo. But they actually really like to be the center of attention, and they like to be admired a lot. And if they're not admired at all times, they get pissed off. And when my mother wasn't admired and worshipped, she used to like, oh my God, flip the fuck out. And so here we go. So what's cool about this is, like I said, each one of these were handcrafted. They had different zodiac characters. And if you look at the back, some of these are signed, some of these are not signed. This one is an unsigned version. But you see the resin? It's like almost like a resin or some kind of plastic. Each one of these was molded and handcrafted. Look at that. Look at that workmanship. And they came in, actually, the Zodiac series came in actually the same Zodiac sign, but some of them had different chains and different lengths. So this particular lion, I see a little smaller, or I see with like a 40-something inch long chain. They call those extra large versions of this particular one. This one happens to be, I think, 22 or 24 inches. So I doubled it up on my mannequin. It looks actually nice, doubled up and made almost into a choker. Am I going to wear it? The answer is probably not, because it's so ridiculously huge compared to my hand. Look at that. It's so ridiculously huge. People will probably laugh at me because I'll look like I'm kicking it from the 70s. And so we'll find more about Luca Raza, the designer. By the way, an American, a veteran, really, really, really talented jewelry designer who was in the business for many, many years. But what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So we were talking about how my mom had a lion, a big rapper lion. And before rappers wore big gold chains around the neck, my mother was doing that. And she had this big giant lion with ruby eyes, with its mouth open, roaring, with this big, like huge, like chain probably thicker than this, hanging around her neck. One day, some bastard broke into the house, like 20 years after she got her lion pendant that she was so proud of, robbed our house in Queens, New York, like next to the Brooklyn border, and stole her beloved lion. And she went on and on and on and on about it for decades. And when I saw this, I thought of her and I had to get it. Now, how much did I get it for? Believe it or not, I got this for $10. Someone had a make an offer button. I offered them $10. They did not know it was a Luca Raza piece, and just said vintage lion head pendant or something like that. And I offered them like $10. They accepted, and I just had to pay like $5 shipping. Not bad. What do these sell for? Let's check it out and let's find out more about Luca Raza. And it's really great. I don't have to put the punishment hat on my dog right now. He's actually behaving himself. By the way, look at this. Now, they came in different colors, by the way, these lions. They came in black, Also, different like colored. Some of them were ivory. You'll see. We'll get into it right now. Okay, so here's some of the Luca Raza Zodiac pieces and other pieces he had. Here's Taurus. The Taurus one is actually really cool. Here's our lion. They had Pisces. They had the fish, the double fish. They had the scorpion. That one I'm after. I want that one. And they had, look at that. That's not even the Zodiac one, but that's like some kind of panther of some sort roaring. We had even elephants right there, like a Ganesh or Ganesh, whatever you call that. We had Gemini, like the two kids or twins. Here's the Zodiac set. Here's another lion. And you could see they had different colored faces. Here's the whole entire set. Let's check it out. And the Zodiac series. And oh my God, it's taking forever to get onto this website. He also had goats, all sorts of cool shit. And so here we go. Here's a Luca Raza lion unsigned, and some of them were unsigned because he made pieces for the jewelry companies. Now, it was only $58 out of stock, and I was like, why did someone buy this one? If you look at it, it's all worn. Look at that, all chipped. There's a huge gouge out of the side of it. It's all broken up over here in between the seam and faded. And somebody paid $58 for this one all busted up. Now here's some of the other pieces you'll see, and it's again that resin material. Here's a goat, we have a steer, we have a ram, we have a bull, but let's try to find the Zodiac series if I can. Now this would be what if his piece was marked, it would sort of look like this, and you'd see like with a copyright and the word Raza on the back. And here's Luke Raza's Zodiac series. So we have the ram, Pisces, we have Sagittarius, which is like an urn with water spilling out. We have the bull. I don't know what the steer one is for. Who's the steer? What zodiac sign? Not sure. We have the bull. We have, oh, this is Gemini. Okay, we have Cancer. Oh no. Oh God, I'm sorry. I don't even like saying that. Okay, we have the lion. This, I'm not sure. We have Libra. Oh, maybe that's Virgo, the Virgin. We have the Scorpion. I want that one. We have, who's the Archer? I'm not sure. And then we have, oh, maybe that's Aries. And then the goat, Capricorn. That's right, Capricorn. So here's a 1970s Raza necklace in black being sold for $450. Let's check it out. Now you know why I was afraid that this thing was going to end up being broken. I would have been pissed. The black one actually looks cheap. I think the color I have is really great. And here we go. That one is in black. Again, they came in different lengths, different types of chains. And this one is unsigned. And it is a Raza piece. And here's mine. Again, unsigned. Another one being sold for $450. And let's check it out. There we go. Just like my lion. And again, these were all handcrafted and hand painted. So no two are generally alike, although they look alike. And we could see the long chain over here. Really quite cool. And they have it on a mannequin as well. Now here's another one being sold on Etsy for $315. You can see that this one is not as in good condition as mine. There's some wear and some paint loss on the head, and there's a lot of tarnishing and a lot of darkening of the metal. If you look at the chain is different, and the gold plating, or the gold color, not real gold plating, but the goldish color has worn off the chain. And you can see $315 they still want for this thing. And very interesting. Now, sometimes you'll find them for a bargain price on eBay, like this one, $125. Let's check out the condition. It looks good. And sometimes they're signed, sometimes they're not signed. There were counterfeits, so you got to be wary of that. You can generally tell a Raza piece by these two little bolted in pieces of gold. Well, not real gold, but gold metal, like this, bolted into where the eyes would go. and another piece bolted that's a gold metal into where the nose would go. Again, you can get some deals and bargains on eBay. This one just sold on January 7th for $76. And like I said, they basically vary. They had different chains, different lengths of chains, different thickness of chains. And this one is a nice caramel color. And there you go. Some of them signed, some of them not. This one is signed. But you can see the same mechanisms with the same metal pieces that go in the eye holes that are actually cut out with the same nose thing. But we have Raza on the bottom. And again, not all of them were marked. So let's find out a little bit more about the designer, and you'll see many different pieces. Look at this resin panda. He made all sorts of kinds of jewelry. Owls with googly eyes, even troll brooches. You got to see this one. Look at the size of this pendant. And angels and charms and earrings and all sorts of shit. Luca Raza began his long and varied career in the jewelry business in the 1950s. His first venture was partnering with Lionel Mercier to form Raz Mer Casting Company in the Providence, Rhode Island area. This company made raw castings for Rice Wiener and also Alice Jewelry, a brand associated with mail order business Lillian Vernon, among others. In 1958, Raza went on to form another company with Stanley Conheim called Ronnie Jewelry Company. The Certified Corporation bought Ronnie Jewelry Company in 1968. Certified also owned Whiting and Davis. You know, they made a lot of pocketbooks and compacts and stuff like that, and costume jewelry, and Da Vinci at the time. Conham died in 1969. Raza remained with Certified until 1975. Still in the business, in the 1990s, Raza formed Plaza Jewelry in North Kingston, Rhode Island. As the designer, Raza's name appeared on many of the jewelry items produced by the jewelry companies with which he was associated with. It was while working with the Certified Corporation in 1970 that he designed the large animal head pendants many collectors associate with his name today. And here's the man behind the genius Zodiac jewelry line, Luca Raza. He was born July 26, 1926, and died April 7th, 2021 at the age of 94. And he was from Exchange Road, West Warwick. I think that's Rhode Island. Passed away peacefully on Wednesday morning, April 7th, 2021 at West Shore Health Center in Warwick. It says Mr. Raza was the proprietor of Ronnie Jewelry for many years until retiring recently. He was a World War II Navy veteran who loved boating and enjoyed deep sea fishing. So at first sight, I fell in love with this. This is just absolutely phenomenal. Look how phenomenal this thing is. This is just a work of art. I mean, absolutely amazing. And if you notice, a lot of designers after this try to actually copy his iconic lion design, like really, really high, high up there, like designers. Like I think even Versace and Anne Klein and many other different jewelry designers. You see a lot of lion head, big giant lion head pendants and brooches and necklaces, with this sort of like royal, regal, majestic lion. Now, if my mother was alive, I can guarantee you she would probably put this lion on and walk around just because she liked to be the center of attention, like Leos do. And if you're a Leo, I don't hate you. I love you because my mother was a Leo. And we just don't get along all the time. We butt heads because Scorpios are stubborn assholes. And we sort of, I don't know, we're difficult. We're just always moody, and we get in these mood swings. But so do Leos when they don't get the attention they feel they deserve or the admiration. So once again, thanks for watching. These are actually, you can find them. There's a lot of them out on the internet, but I do not like to pay retail. And so I was lucky to get this for so cheap. And now you can imagine my horror when I saw it in a very flimsy bubble mail mailer. I was like, oh my God, because this resin ends up cracking a lot of times. This one actually has its original like clear coat over it over time. Now this thing is over 50 years old. And over time, this clear coat that they placed over the resin actually wears off and it gets very dull looking. And then it gets brittle and chips, cracks, and falls apart. And also the non-gold metal actually tarnishes and turns black, or turns actually the base metal underneath it actually pops out. But this is shining. Look at this. Shining like a new penny. I'm going to put this next to my mother's urn, which is in my living room. We have a cemetery in my house. This goes right on top of her urn. Thanks for watching. See you guys all soon, and so long.